Hello YouTube, and today this is my first video where I'm talking because the video before I was videoing my collection, which now I've moved, and today I'll be reviewing where Doctor Who all began, the beginning. So let's start this review. Doctor Who is a picture of William Hartnell, the first Doctor, Dalek, the Thal City, more Daleks, and the corridors of the Daleks. Beginning, an unearthly child, the Daleks, and the edge of destruction. The first ever Doctor Who adventures come to DVD, plus exclusive bonus features. Picture there of Susan, the picture on an unearthly child, Doctor Who, DVD video, blah blah blah. Beginning, an unearthly child, the Daleks, the edge of destruction, 12, BBC to entertain, and top, Doctor Who, the beginning. So there they are, an unearthly child, the Daleks, the edge of destruction. Let's start. Great. There we are. An unearthly child, Doctor Who, BBC DVD, and there's a picture of that foreman, Todd's Lane, some random thing in the background, the TARDIS and the place of the caveman. Picture of William Hartnell, the William Hartnell years, 1963 to 1966. Unearthly child, BBC to entertain, DVD. Some pictures. Doctor Who, starring William Hartnell, An Unearthly Child, by Anthony Coburn. The first ever story of the world's longest running science fiction series comes to DVD for the first time. It's the blurb. Susan Foreman is a mystery to teachers Ian Cheston and Barbara Wright, seemingly knowing more than she should about the past and the future. Their curiosity leads them to follow her home one night, only to find that her home appears to be a deserted junkyard. In the junkyard, they discover a police telephone box and a strange old man who claims to be Susan's grandfather and calls himself the Doctor. The journey of a lifetime is about to begin. Special features, commentaries moderated by Gary Russell, pilot episode Verity Lambert and Boris Hossein, episode 1 An Unearthly Child, William Russell, Karen Alford and Verity Lambert, episode 4 William Russell, Karen Alford and Boris Hossein, pilot episode and an edited 35-minute recording of the entire studio session from September 1963, plus an edited 25-minute version of the pilot. The music video, the full-length version of the original music mono stereo of 5 coupled with the original 1963 science sequence elements, comedy sketches, 4 short sketches mostly themed around the early years of Doctor Who, photo gallery, production, subtitles and digitally remastered picture and sound quality. This story was originally broadcast on BBC One between the 3rd of November, 14th of December 1963. Produced by Verity Lambert, directed by Warren Hussein. PG, and yeah, all that stuff. Now, this story, the first episode is pretty good, but the others are a bit rubbish. They're really boring, and I know it's a 4-parter, but even they drag. It's so boring. But the first part is really good. And yeah, basically. So now, on to the Daleks. Doctor Who, the Daleks BBC DVD, a picture on the front that was on the box set, 12 DVD video, same spine, the Daleks, and the same. Daleks, starring William Hartnell, pictures at the top, Daleks. Doctor is about to have his first meeting with the Daleks. The TARDIS lands in an alien petrified jungle beyond which lies a mysterious deserted city. The Doctor insists on exploring, but before long the TARDIS crew all begin experiencing the early effects of radiation sickness, and then they discover that the metal city isn't as deserted as they first thought. Commentaries: Gary Russell. Episode 2, The Survivors. Episode 4, The Ambush. Episode 7, The Rescue. Creation of the Daleks, a documentary which looks at the origins and creation of the Daleks. Photo gallery, production, subtitles, and digitally remastered picture and sound quality. The story was originally broadcast on BBC One between the 21st of December to the 1st of February. 21st of December 1963 to 1st of February 1964. Produced by Verity Lambert, directed by Christopher Barry and Richard Martin. Daleks were created by Terry Nation. And a 12. Now, story, I think it's really good. I find it does drag a little bit during the bit where they go to the falls. I was a bit sick of them just talking, and sort of like in some, I don't know, but nearly half of the story they weren't talking about the Daleks, so the Daleks didn't feature. It was this random place they were just going through. So yeah, I think it's a really good story. So now I'll move on to Doctor Who, The Edge of Destruction. William Hartnell, blah blah blah, all the same, The Edge of Destruction. And now pictures at the top. Doctor Who, The Edge of Destruction, starring William Hartnell. By David Whittaker. Something has caused the TARDIS console to explode in mid-flight, plunging the ship into darkness and rendering the crew unconscious. As they slowly recover, they find themselves suffering from loss of memory and headaches. The TARDIS behaves oddly as the doors open and close of their own accord. Has the ship been possessed in some way, or is something more dangerous happening to the time travellers? Doctor Who Origins, 55-minute documentary detailing the creation of Doctor Who. Over the Edge, the cast and crew look back at the making of The Edge of Destruction. Inside the spaceship, a look at the TARDIS. Inside the TARDIS, Masters of Sound, a look at the inside the BBC Radiophonic Workshop. Marco Polo, Episode 1, a 30-minute of the Lost 4th Doctor Who story, created using a recording of the soundtrack plus off-screen stills and production photographs, PDF documents, Arabic soundtrack, photo gallery, production subtitles, and digitally remastered picture and sound quality. The story was originally broadcast on BBC One between the 8th and 15th of February 1964. Produced by Verity Lambert, directed by Richard Martin and Frank Cox. PG. I don't like this story. I just find it really boring, and they just It's a two-parter, and I even find that it's just absolute boringness. If that's a word. I just think it rubbish. That's the worst out of the box set for me. Best out of the box set is the Daleks, and then second best, Innocent Child, and this is the worst. So that was my review of the Beginning box set. This is essential for all Doctor Who fans, as this is the first 3 stories, just telling you how it began and all that. And yeah, the story's alright. You might enjoy the Edge of Destruction Beginning box set. I recommend this to every Doctor Who fan. So, see you guys. Oh, and by the way, I'm doing these reviews in order. So next time it will be the Dalek invasion of Earth. Sadly, I'm not doing request things. I'm just doing it in order. I just find it a much simpler way. So, bye.